Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do was to let you know about the Merry and Bright online extravaganza Stampin' Up! Is going to have on November 24th. For just that 24-hour period, 10% off selected annual catalog products. And I have to say, almost everything in the catalog is selected. I will post on my Facebook blog, on my blog, I will post the items that are not on sale, but otherwise than that, everything is 10% off for the 24th. So it's a good chance for you to get some of those stamp sets that you've been wanting but have put off, or to buy more paper, buy more supplies like I think the adhesives, no, the adhesives are not on sale. But at any rate, you can get kind of caught up with some of the things that you've been wanting to get. So remember, 24th, 10% off with the online shopping. Okay, so the card we're going to make today, this is called an arrow card because of the shape. Sometimes it's oriented this way, sometimes it's oriented this way, but I saw one that was oriented this way because the person thought that this looked like a tree. And I thought that was a really cool idea. But I didn't want to make that the whole thing the tree, so I have this tree that's there. And then it opens up this way, and you have your greeting. And what's really cool is that if you don't glue down these two areas, you can slide a gift card in. See, it's open that way, and it is open that way. So you could put a gift card in down here. So this is what we're going to be making. Used the greeting from In the Pines, the Season's Greetings. I'm going to use the paper that is from this paper is from the Classic Christmas 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. It has a variety, excuse me. It has a variety of designs. That, stripe, uncheckered, dots, and evergreens with berries. And then, let's see, there's one more design. What's the other one? And then the pine trees with the cross on the other side. And it comes in real red. No, cherry cobbler, Sahara sand, shaded spruce, and whisper white. And I'm using the shaded spruce one. And we need 2 pieces because I want this part and this part to all go the same direction. And you'll see why in a minute. So I have 2 pieces. These are 4 by 5 1/4. We have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 1/4 by 11. It folds in half length that way. Need a scrap of Whisper White to cut out this tree. It's a really cool 3-dimensional tree. You can see here I put some things underneath some of the branches to pop them up. And then I wanted a little bird. I wanted some cardinals on the tree. So I got out Snowfront, and it has these 2 little birds right here that I'm using. And then on the inside, it says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that stamp came from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp right here, the Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So those are the supplies we are going to be using. So the trick is in the folding of this piece of cardstock. I'm going to first fold it at, score it at 5.5. That's the crosswise one, like that. Now it's a good idea to have a pencil on hand, and that did not score. 5.5, let's try that again. There, now it did. And it's good to have a pencil on hand. Where's my pencil? Was on hand till it got legs. Well, for the sake of being able to see things, I will make marks here so you can see. Okay, so on the reverse side, yeah, that doesn't seem to work either. I'm 0 for 0 right now. Okay, so there's that 5.5. Okay, here's another way to get around that. Like that, 5.5. Okay, now we're going to make a mark on this end. Half of 5.5 will be 2 3/4. So I'm going to put this at 2 3/4. That does not look like, oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, 2 3/4 would be a mark here. So we'll make a mark here, and one here. And half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. And we'll make a mark right there. Okay, so now I'm going to score from this point to the center point. So we line it up like that. And we score it good. And it doesn't feel like it got scored. I wonder if my scoring blade's getting worn out. Try that again. Okay, that did somewhat. And we'll score it again this way. Ah, there. For some reason, the scoring blade was not in the track. Do that again over here. Ah, what a difference that makes. And then we're going to do it again from the center point here on these quarter. Like that. And then we turn this. So it looks complicated, but it really is not hard at all. Okay, so now we have our scoring done. Can you see the score lines? Put this out of the way for a minute. Okay, so this was the wrong side. So I'm going to fold, because I have my marks on there. So you fold this way and grab the bone folder. There it is. Make nice sharp folds, and then you fold this one back. Make sure to get the point good and folded. And then you do the same thing on the other side. And fold this back. Like that. And then we do the main Should have done this first. Oh, come on. Should have done that first because the score was not very good. When you cut it, the 11 by 4 1/4, it's almost imperative that you do a score line first because it's across the grains of the ink. Okay, so when we fold this up, see, you won't see the things. And it's recommended that you glue down. You could leave, okay, so this is the way your card's going to end up. And you could leave these unglued, but they pop up a lot. So it's nice, I like to glue it down with a little bit of glue. Put that one that way. Put a little bit of glue along there. And glue this down. There. So remember, this card opens at the bottom so that the tree, because if we turned it this way, the tree would be hanging upside down. I know there's a place in Ketchikan, I believe, that does have upside down trees, but for this card we want it to be right side up. So we're going to have it this way. Okay, so now we have to cut our designer series paper. And that's, again, so the paper's 4 inches wide. We want to make sure we want these trees, I want these trees to go straight up and down. So we're going to find the 4 inch, half of 4 inch would be 2 inches. So I'm going to make a tiny mark. I think I'm going to turn this over so the marks don't show. Get out my pen. Just happens that the pen fits down in the groove nicely. Okay, so there's a mark there. And we're going to score from here. No, we're going to cut from here down, from this corner down to the mark. And the gal who was doing the video that I learned this from said that designer series paper oftentimes, since it's a little bit lighter weight, if you start from one side, it's going to, can cause the cut to be a little bit bent at the cut. So she suggests starting it in the middle. Oh, let's get that straight. Okay. So this is going to go on the front of the card like this. Just like that. Now you would think that the rest of it would fit. This was my first error. I even glued it down. So these are supposed to go on a diagonal inside here, like this. But do you notice the trees are upside down? And I didn't want to have my trees hanging, so I have to use a second piece of paper, of designer series paper. This time we are going to cut it the opposite way so that the trees in the center are upside down. So we'll put it again at the 2-inch mark. Turn it over. At the 2-inch mark, because this is 4 inches. I'm going to make a little mark there to show the center there. And then I'll turn it. I cut. And there we go. The trees are right side up. See? And I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Particularly at this tip, if you started from the edge of the paper, it would bend the tip for sure. So now we have a piece with the trees upside down, which would be okay if you wanted to have your orientation this way. So it could be used on another card using the different orientation. And now we are done with that. So what is left to do is to glue down our papers. I like to use the multi-purpose liquid glue. It's terrible to get off your fingers, but it's nice because you have a little bit of time to adjust the position. You can slide it slightly. So I'll put this down here. Like that. Then we open the card. Now if you want to have a place to put in the gift card, like this was the gift card, you would not want to put glue along this edge. So we'll just put it along the outside, the 2 outside edges. And glue it down. Like so. And okay, where's my other piece? There it is. And that goes in here. Just like that. Okay, where did my Christmas tree go? I had it right here. There it is. Okay, so I want to have some of the little red birds to decorate my tree. So I think I'll stamp one there. Maybe one there. And then I've got the other one on the other side of my block. I'll put him here. And I'll put one here. Now I have 4, which is an uneven number. I mean, it's an even number. We need to have odd numbers, so I think I'll squeeze another one in. So now I've got my little hearts on, little things on the tree. Well, I've got the ink out. No, I don't need it. Yeah. We'll go ahead and while I've got the ink out, I'll put the greeting on the inside of the card. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's not very straight. But for the sake of things, we'll just move on. So since it's not straight, what I could do to fix it would be to take and stamp it on another piece of cardstock and make a label and put it on. That's what is an easy fix. Okay, so now you'll notice these two flaps are kind of boring. So I put seasons and greetings on there. And these are both on the same stamp set. On the same stamp. It says seasons and greetings. I'm going to use my marker, my real red marker, with the brush side. And I am going to do seasons first. And you just brush over the ink. And it does work it works well on the red rubber, the clear mount stamps, or the cling stamps. But it also works on the photopolymer. I'll stamp that on this side. Nah, I did get part of it. And then got washed off. It's important to clean it off before you do the other side. It's very clean. That's good enough. Excuse me. It's not COVID. Just a tickle in my throat. And then I'll stamp the greetings over here. Like that. And since I used a thing, I think I can fix maybe this a little bit. Yeah, fix it a little bit. There's a little bit of a smudge from the edge, but that'll be okay. So there's my season's greetings. And I discovered to hold this closed that you can actually slip the edges of the arrow in the sides here, and that holds it closed so that it doesn't flop all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to push out some of these, bend them out a little bit, some of the branches of the tree. Kind of nice because it gives dimension to the card, to the tree. And I'm going to use mini dimensionals. Under some of them, not only to hold the card, the tree onto the card, but also to pop them out. Okay, there they are. Sorry for my arm getting in the way. And these mini dimensionals fit just really nicely. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive along the frame part of the tree. To hold it down in places. Just a few dots. Oh, might help to take the paper off the dimensionals before I stick it down. There. And kind of felt when I was making this that there was something lacking. So I decided that it needed a red bow. And I already tied this. And now I put it on with a glue dot. Do you have a certain way that you unroll your glue dots? I have to do it a certain way. It just drives me crazy otherwise. I don't know if it's a left-handed thing, but I use my left hand to pull to put the bows and stuff on the glue dots. There you have it, the completed card. Season's greetings. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Quick and easy, and rather stunning. So if you go on to Pinterest and type in arrow fold cards, you will find all kinds of different ways they have been decorated. And like I say, you'll find some that are not very many that have the flap at the bottom like this, but you'll find them oriented that way, you'll find them oriented this way, you'll find them with the flap coming down this way. So it just all depends on what the creator chose to do. I thank you for watching, and if you need any of the supplies, you can order them online at Creations by Sue, StampiNUp.net. I will have the directions for making this card up on, and probably the video. The video will be on YouTube for sure. I may write a blog post about it and include the video on the blog post. And that my blog place is soggystamper.com. I would encourage you, if you're not already a subscriber to my mailing list, that you subscribe to that. There is a link on the front page of my blog where you can sign up for that. I send out an email each week, a short email, and once a month on the first Tuesday or Wednesday of the month, I send out a longer newsletter with more items in it. But each time I share generally a tip or a tutorial of some kind. So it's really, it's a great way to find new information and get new ideas. So I encourage you to do that. Also, with my with my Facebook page, if you not just like my page, but actually follow my page, you will get notification when I come online to do Facebook Lives. And I think also when I do a post. So you might consider doing that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I welcome those who watch this after it's through being live. Thank you for watching, and come back next week on Friday, probably by 3. It'll be at 3 o'clock again next week. I had something else come up that I had to do at 3 o'clock this week. So thank you, and you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay safe, stay small, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.